You just got a promotion. Your friend said, "I'm proud of you." And instead of feeling happy, you felt nothing. Or worse, you felt like a fraud, like you don't deserve it. Like no matter what you achieve, there's this quiet voice inside saying, "Not enough, not enough, not enough." Welcome to the video that might hit a little too close to home. Let me ask you something. When you were a child, did love feel conditional? Like you had to earn it? Like if you brought home a 98, your parent would say, "What happened to the other 2 points?" Like your good grades were expected, your bad grades were a betrayal? Like your parents' mood depended on your performance? If that sounds familiar, your nervous system learned one terrible math equation. Your worth equals your achievements, and that equation never lets you rest. Here's what never feeling good enough actually looks like in real life. You finish a big project. Everyone says it's great, but you can only see the one tiny mistake. You lie in bed at night replaying a conversation from 3 years ago, cringing at something you said. You get a compliment and immediately think, they're just being nice. You set impossible standards, then hate yourself for not meeting them. You compare yourself to everyone and always lose. This isn't low self esteem. Not exactly. Low self esteem is "I'm bad at things." This is deeper. This is "I am bad at the core, irreparably." And you've been carrying that belief for so long you don't even remember a time before it. So, where does this come from? Not from being born insecure, from being conditioned. There are three common childhood roots of this never enough wound. The first is the perfectionist parent. Nothing was ever good enough. A 97 on a test. Why not 100? You cleaned your room. You missed a spot. You tried your best. Best wasn't the standard. You learned that your best is never enough. So you stopped trusting yourself. And you started chasing an impossible finish line that moves every time you get close. The second is the unpredictable parent. One day, you're their favorite person. The next day, they're cold, distant, disappointed. You never knew which version would appear, so you learned to hyperperform. You learned that if you're perfect enough, maybe they'll stay warm. Maybe they won't leave. You became addicted to their approval and terrified of their disapproval. The third is the absent parent, emotionally or physically. Not there, not interested, not attuned to you. You learned that you're not worth paying attention to. So, you started overcompensating. If you become exceptional enough, maybe they'll finally see you. Maybe they'll finally stay. But they never did. And you're still trying to prove yourself to a ghost. Here's the painful twist. You took that math equation into adulthood, and now you're running a marathon that has no finish line. You got the degree, not enough. Got the job, not enough. Got the relationship, not enough. Bought the house, not enough. Because the problem was never your achievements. The problem was the equation itself. And here's what nobody tells you. That voice that says not enough, it's not the truth, it's a recording, a very old recording from a time when you were small and powerless and needed your parents to survive. Back then, being enough was a survival strategy. If you were good enough, they wouldn't abandon you. If you were perfect enough, they wouldn't hurt you. That made sense then. But you're not small anymore. The threat is gone or changed, but your nervous system didn't get the memo. It's still running the old software, still scanning for danger, still telling you to try harder, be better, achieve more, still whispering, "Not enough" at 3 a.m. So, what do? The first step is not to suddenly love yourself. That's impossible. The first step is to catch the voice. Just notice it, without judging it, without fighting it. Just say internally, "Ah, there it is. The old recording. I hear you. But you're not the boss of me anymore." The second step is to separate your worth from your achievements. This is hard. Your whole identity might be built on this equation. But try this. Ask yourself, if you achieved nothing tomorrow, would you still deserve to exist? Would you still deserve love? If the answer is no, that's not self awareness. That's the wound talking. The third step is to grieve. Grieve the childhood you didn't have, the parent who couldn't just say, "I love you," without a condition. The years you spent running on a hamster wheel, trying to prove something that was never in doubt. You were always enough. You just weren't given to people who could see it. You don't need to forgive your parents today, but you need to stop carrying the weight of their inability to love you unconditionally. That was their limit, not yours. So, if you're still watching, I want you to hear this. The voice that says not enough was installed in you. It wasn't born in you. You weren't born feeling unworthy. You were born reaching, laughing, demanding love. That was real. That was you. The shame came later, and shame is not your identity. It's just an old wound. So next time you catch yourself saying, I'm not good enough, stop, breathe, and ask yourself, according to whose standards? The parent who was never satisfied? The voice from 20 years ago? Or the person you are now who deserves to rest, to exist, to be loved without earning it? You are not a project to be fixed. You are not a performance to be graded. You are a human being who was taught a lie, and it's time to unlearn it. You were always enough. You just forgot. Let today be the day you start remembering.